Second and 4. Mahomes going to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Mahomes looks to throw on third down. And this is caught by Watkins. And he will have a Chiefs first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
26-yard line.
A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 17.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
26 months. Let's go, D. Big series right here. So we got to step it up. 15. Hey, turn it up. Shoot. 26 months.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
For the Chiefs field goal, a 28-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0.
17.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. It will give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team.
Now the defense loses him. It's complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
Being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Aaron Rodgers.
The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's fourth down.
For Tavon Austin, incomplete. Brings up fourth down.
The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a third time here on fourth down. And it's caught. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Davante Adams hauling it in from Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers get a score closer. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played.
Mason Crosby.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And ultimately he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Circle around twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Dancing to his left. Austin's got it left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
To Aaron Jones. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Chiefs' 40-yard line.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on 4th down. This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. Rodgers with a keeper. Only needed a few inches to pick it up and get behind your center and burrow forward like he did.
And remember what the GMs have told us? We build an offensive line starting with our center, the guy who can make all the line calls and also move those big defensive tackles in order to pick up first downs.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Rodgers. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. And from the gun, it's Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Aaron Jones, that time. And now it's 2nd down. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down.
But you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Well, certainly not how they drew it up. A 4th down gamble turns into a 4th down scramble, but all is well. 1st down. Stepping up, and he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Jordan Love scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Packers are back within a score. And maybe that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, okay, as a defender,
QB's last.
Running back, fullback, heck, jet sweeps nowadays. Before you even get to thinking about the quarterback might actually keep it.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Chiefs 17, Packers 14. Mason Crosby.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers or counter.
And it's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
They'll run on 1st down. Now, they'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Bell, the ball carrier.
3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Packers' 13-yard line.
26, Mike. 26, Mike.
On 2nd down, Williams. He gets away from 1. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. It seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And his throw here's incomplete. Robert Tonyan was the one he was looking for, but it's going to be 2nd down. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
To throw again. Rodgers looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Adams. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Let's go, D.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The Packers on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Daniel Sorensen there on the coverage.
They're down 2 scores, and they need a quick one to try and get back into this one. That was one way to try and get it done. Unsuccessful in the attempt, but they have no choice but to keep trying.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rodgers looking deep for Adams. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Rodgers. And Adams has it, complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game.
Chiefs 24, Packers 21.
So just under 2 minutes to play, and this would figure to pretty much be your ball game right here. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. The first running back drafted in April. This is Clyde Edwards-Helaire. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. To throw is Mahomes. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Williams. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And they're going to be staring at a third and long here. On a delay of game there, they could not get the playoff in time.
Frustrating for the head coach, frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker. Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead.